Hello and welcome again if you want into another video. And in this video, I'll be talking about the Love Cup. So, what's Love Cup? Pokemons must be below 1500, which means it's a Great League format, and only red, pink Pokemons are allowed. What does that mean? Well, the Pokemon has to be red or pink. That's it. What does that? The color of the Pokemon has to be red or pink, and below or 1500 CP. So there are like a bunch of good Pokemons in this cup, and pretty much the meta isn't as like condensed as like Open Great League meta, but there is some good options. I divide them in 4 different categories, like the main Pokemons in this cup: normal type, the fire Pokemons, the poisons, and the water. Because here's the thing: the fire beats the poison and the charmers, the poison beats the fighters and the normals, the water beats the fire, the water loses to the fighters and the grass, and to the water up energy. Okay, it's kind of complicated. It's not that complicated. That's why we're watching this video, and you can subscribe to the channel right now. I'm gonna be explaining like the main Pokemons, the anti-meta stuff, and what teams people used in the past. And I made like an updated version of the teams that people used to use in the past, and the teams that I am gonna be using, or I'm expecting people to be using based on my experience in playing this game. So the main Pokemon, the normals. Chansey used to be the best Pokemon in this cup. Luckily, it got nerfed. It's not as huge as it used to. So the best now, like Lickitung and Wiggles, both are solid enough, because Wigglytuff can beat Talonflame if Talonflame decide to go the Flame Charge way. Like if they throw Flame Charge, Lickitung, Wiggles can literally charm through it. So as a Talonflame, you don't throw Flame Charge against Wiggles, you throw Brave Bird because they most likely don't shield. What about Lickitung? Lickitung is the best safe swap in this cup. If you remember how good Lickitung used to be in Great League as a safe swap, well, it's better here. It's the best safe swap in this cup. The fire types. Talonflame, which used to be like the best Pokemon in this cup. And then there is Sunnycast form, which is a good fire type. And it is Macargo, the ultimate nightmare to Talonflame. The poisons, the slows, the slow bros, like the Galarian Slowbro, Galarian Slowking, Vileplume, and what was the name of this Pokemon? This is Vileplume. This is not Vileplume. Okay, whatever is this Pokemon. This Pokemon is good because it has Poison Jab, X Scissor, and Mega Horn, I think. And Slowbro is kind of a better version of this Pokemon, just because Slowbro has a better moveset and it can tank a move where this Pokemon can literally tank nothing. This one kinda lose to Talonflame because of the bug subtyping, where this Pokemon, the Galarian Slowbro, doesn't have the bug subtyping. What does Vileplume do? Well, people used to run double water in this cup, and if they do run double water, you just Vileplume, Shattered Razor Leaf them all the way down. Now, moving into the water Pokemons. Alola Malola is the best water type Pokemon in this cup, just because it has it's a very bulky Pokemon, and like it has kind of a good moveset for this cup, Hydro Pump with Psychic. Slowbro, no, this is not Slowpoke, level 51, because it has to be Best Buddy Hundo and level 51. Is actually a very good spicy Pokemon to use, because it has Confusion, Surf, and Psyshock, if I am correct. But if it's very expensive, and if you don't have that much resources, you can just use the Kanto Slowbro, because yeah, it doesn't have Surf, but it doesn't require as much dust, which is very important, because here is the thing about Slowpoke. Slowpoke is the water Pokemon that beats all the water, beats Medicham, beats Charizard and Talonflame, which is like 90% of the meta, but it loses to Lickitung. Well, it does lose to Lickitung, so that's the main downside for this Pokemon. So as long as you dodge the Lickitung, you should be fine. This is not gear. Dude, why did I forget the name of this Pokemon? It's Phoebus Evolution. It's good for the Dragon Tail. The problem with it is that it only has Surf. Its second move takes forever to throw. I wish they give it Ice Beam just to make it more usable. But it has a niche use, not the greatest. Like, Alola is better, Slowpoke is better. But here's the thing, Seeking is the most underrated Pokemon in the Love Cup. People don't use it because it requires 3 elite TMs, 1 fast elite TMs and 2 elite charge TMs. And I remember Scafo, if you guys know him, he hit like top 10 leaderboard during Love Cup just by spamming safe swap seeking every game. And there is Medicham, which is the strongest Pokemon, I believe, in this cup. Well, I said Talonflame is the strongest. Well, here's the thing. Talonflame is too strong. Lick is too strong. Wiggles is too strong. Medi is too strong. Alola Mola is too strong. And then now, recently buffed Pokemon, Charizard, with the new buff to Wing Attack. Charizard just became the best Pokemon in every league, almost, except Open Great League, because there is a Pokemon called Noctowl that just does everything better. So these are like the main Pokemons you're gonna face, but some people run anti-meta stuff. So what's the anti-meta Pokemons? Fletchinder, the second evolution of Talonflame. Ariados. Ariados is legit a solid Pokemon. I don't know why I didn't put it in the main Pokemon, because it's a solid Pokemon that's you're literally gonna see everywhere. It can beat Talonflame if you get a poison cross poison boost. Electrode is a Pokemon that people always use in this cup just because Electrode is kind of an amazing safe swap. You can beat those Alola Mola safe swap. It doesn't lose to Lickitung if you aren't energy behind. Same for Scrafty. Those like Scrafty, this thing, Electrode, and like 1, 2, 3 should be meta Pokemons because they are very solid. Like I remember those became like the best 3 Pokemons at the end of Love Cup last year. Maybe I put them as an anti-meta because comparing to the meta Pokemons, they don't have as much bulk as the other ones do. This Charmer is here just because it's the second Charmer that you can use outside Wiggles, but Wiggles does everything better. The Wormadam Trash has kind of like a niche use. It's good as long as you don't use it against, it doesn't get a line versus water. Cotzilla, what does Cotzilla do? Well, someone sniped me last year with Cotzilla, so that's why Cotzilla is here. I don't know the moveset. I remember it just walled the Pokemon I used, and chat kept sniping me with Cotzilla. Crustle is just a Smackdown Pokemon you can use for those Charizards that you will see everywhere. Blaziken is a Fire-type Pokemon you can use, but it's not the best, not gonna lie. Like, Charizard is much better, Talonflame is much better, Macargo kind of better. Licky, it's a Pokemon you can use if you don't have a Lickitung, or you can just run Licky with Lickitung as well as an ABB team. Some spicy Pokemons that you can also use: Braviary, Splitzy, Dradigen. Caesar and Magmortar used to be good the first time they introduced Love Cup because there wasn't that many XLs, and the only XL that people were using is basically Medicham. And people used to have like the Hundo Medicham because I think the first time we got Love Cup, that was like 1 month into the season. Porygon. I remember what's his name? Get a Kacham all. You spam this Pokemon in Love Cup. It's just so annoying because if they get the debuff, it becomes so annoying to play against. Don't use it. Well, it's good. It's actually good. If you have a Hundo, if you're one of those lucky people who hatched a Hundo, you can use it. I don't know the name of this Pokemon as well. It's there just because you can use it. Crocodile. The problem with it is that it's the dark Pokemon that doesn't even beat the other darks because it's just too frail. Same for Panseer. It's the only monkey you can use among the other monkeys, but is it a good fire? Well, there is a better fight, so why would you use it? And the chess piece. So we talked about the Pokemons. What about the best teams? Well, the best team last year, according to PvPoke, was Talonflame, Lickitung, Chansey. And it's not technically the best team. It's the bulkiest team you can use in this cup. You can also replace Talonflame with Alola Mola to get slightly more bulk. What does this team lose to? It loses to one Macargo usually, because Macargo walls a Chansey for the fast move, and you can debuff them with Rock Tomb. I believe people run Stone Edge if they want to win. If they want to be annoying, they run Rock Tomb. But yeah, On paper, this used to be the best team. But what is the best team? Well, if you guys watch my stream, you know that I run the best teams out there just so I can deliver it to you, my viewers. If you watch this and you want a solid team to use, Lickitung, Medicham, Charizard. Yes, you've heard it right. This is the best team out there. And I will be using this team to climb in the Love Cup. And I think I will be doing a legend push during Love Cup using this team. The good thing about this team, you can literally use it in any order. You can literally lead Licky. You can literally also lead the Charizard. The good, mainly Lickitung is the safe swap. And for Lickitung, again, I'm saying it, don't listen to the people who say use an attack weighted Lickitung. No, use a rank 1 if you have. Okay, if you don't have a rank 1, use the best one you have. Because the rank 1 beats Talonflame in the 0. It's the only Lickitung IV that can do that technically, because you literally live with 1 HP as long as you throw on good timing. Medicham is just too strong of a Pokemon in this cup. Probably like the only XL Pokemon you can use. Like the only XL good Pokemon you can use. And Charizard with the recent buff is just too strong in this cup. If you have a Shadow one, it's even much stronger. So yeah, if you're looking for a team to climb, this is a team for you. A code breaker to this team, Kanto Slowbro is kinda annoying, but Medicham against this is not bad. Charizard against this, if they have confusion, is also not bad. A BBML team that's ABB, weak to Medicham, but it's better against Charizard than the back. Medicham with Macargo and Lickitung. If people decide to safe swap Charizard, you have Macargo that will fast move it all the way down, leave the matchup with 100 energy to just debuff everything that comes after. Another balanced, so this is an ABB format. Okay, so if you need a balanced team, you can use Talonflame with Medi Alola. This used to be also a team that people were spamming. The problem with this team is that it was ABA weak to Electrode. And here is the thing. If you play Medicham against Electrode, you don't throw Power Up Punch. If you throw Power Up Punch, you lose the 0. So you go straight Psychic. Why? Because if they decide to no shield and you throw a Power Up Punch, you are going to go down a shield just to beat an Electrode, which already too annoying for your team to beat. Again, any team that has Talonflame, you can replace the Talonflame with a Charizard and you get a 2023 version of this team. So this is the old team. It was like one of the most top performed teams, and you can use a Charizard with it to get the best team you can use. So the team I used to coach people last year was basically this team. Every time, like if you are like in my Patreon students, if you are like one of my Patreon students, you would remember this team, or you get coached by me last year. This is basically the team I used to coach. It's not a straightforward team, by the way. Why? Because Galarian Slowbro doesn't have a cheap move, so there is lots of like scenarios where you have to swap, save the energy, dip out, swap Lickitung at one point. Don't sack your Galarian Slowbro in case they have a Medi, because technically your backline doesn't beat Scrafty as well. So there is like many couple matchups where like it's not straightforward to play. Now, we're talking about just BBML teams. Is there any anti-meta team you guys can use that doesn't require XL? Yes, a team that was popularized by Speediest Chef himself, Dradigen with... Dude, what's the name of this Pokemon? Dude, I keep forgetting it. With Talonflame. So, again, if you don't have a Talonflame, you can use a Charizard. What's good about Dradigen? Well, it's not bad against Medi. It walls Talonflame. Well, you still have to shield the nuke from Talonflame, but it's a decent against Talonflame. It can have a decent play against all the XLs. It beat Alola Mamola, I think, and Electrode, which like basically everywhere you have two answers for the Charmers, and most of the Charmers are in the back. So if they decide to swap a Charmer, you have two hard answers to that. An anti-meta team that doesn't also need XL. So again, if you're watching this video, go evolve your Slowbro, because I think you need to catch 30 Dark or 30 Poison Pokemons to do that, or you need to walk it. I don't remember what you need to do to evolve this Pokemon, but go evolve it as soon as possible, as soon as you watch this video. Electrode is the best non-XL safe swap, and Scrafty in the back for those Lickitung safe swaps. So if they decide to safe swap Lickitung, you have Scrafty, and Scrafty against Lickitung, you throw one Power Up Punch and then you farm it all the way down. A team that was popularized by Walwar, Pogo himself. I miss Walwar so much. He doesn't play the game anymore, which is kind of sad, not gonna lie. He was hoping that one day they will fix the game. The game's still bad. I remember like when he retired like first time, and he was like, okay, maybe they will fix the game. Then they fixed fast move denying, and he got back to the game to play the game. But turns out they just fixed fast move denying, but they didn't fix anything else. So technically the game's still full of flaws, okay? I know, I still play the game because I'm addict to. I like the people who I play the game with. So that's the main reason I play it, not gonna lie. And it's not that hard of a commitment to play the game. That's probably the main reason. Like, you can go outside, you have your gacha on, you just catch Pokemon, and you play GBL to get some dust. But yeah, this is the team Walward used to use. Walward loves ABB teams, so it's kind of, you know, like Talonflame with Slowbro. Kanto Slowbro has pairs very well with Talonflame because Talonflame loses to water, so Slowbro is technically the biggest wall to the water Pokemons. What about Electrode? We'll ask Walward when he comes back to play the game. Now moving to some Agent Avogado level teams. Alola Malola Double Charm. This is a tap no skills team. If you have no skills, okay, sorry, I'm not trying to offend you, but it's fine if you don't have skills in this game. You don't need to have skills in this game. You just need a team like this, and you just tap your screen, smash it until like you hit legend, because this is a legend team. Okay, if they have Charizard, Talonflame, or anything with Alola Malola, you catch it in the lead, you're good. If you don't see it, you just swap to the fairies to bait them out. They bait them out, you farm them down with the Alola Malola, then you sweep with the second Charmer. An interesting team that was popularized by HouseStark93 on Twitch, make sure to check his live stream. It was Talonflame with Rotom. What does Rotom do? Well, it's a water electric Pokemon, which is very unique, which means you beat the fire, you beat the water as well, which like 2/3 of the meta. So Rotom, maybe not the bulkiest, but it does so well against the condensed meta. And I think he was the first one to run this Pokemon. Electrode, because, you know, he loves ABB teams, right? So it's just there as to bait out the electric counters, which basically Medicham and Scrafty. Because Medicham Scrafty wins every neutral matchup, right? Now, we talked about some teams. What about the Wholesome team himself? You know, Wholesome always runs Shadow Machamp, Snorlax, and Amok. Can he run this team in Love Cup? Well, Amok is not pink. Snorlax is kind of bluish green stuff. Machamp is also same color. So if we want to implement the Wholesome team in Love Cup, this is the Wholesome team, okay? He didn't play it yet, but this is what we expect Wholesome to run, right? And we all know that Wholesome is always weak to Toxicroak, but here's the thing. Toxicroak doesn't exist in Love Cup, which means this team has no counters. Unless Crimson play this team, then we will see all the flaws for the team. But yeah, solid team. I think the only tough matchup is basically Talonflame. It's manageable if you play the way Wholesome does play, like split the damage on more than one Pokemon, and then you should be good. Now, what's a solid core that everyone can use? Well, yo, let me get a Charizard picture. You know, like, I hit legend with Slowbro meme, the one that Inatic once popularized, where, like, you play the best core in this cup with, like, whatever in the back. Well, yeah, you can do that. Charizard, Lickitung, and you can literally run any third you want, and you will get a solid team that you can, as long as you practice it well, you should have a decent play against everything in this cup. The Frosty version also of this, the Frosty version of his... The Love Cup version of Frosty's team in this cup is you just basically replace Nidoqueen with Galarian Slowbro or Scolipede. Yo, I just remembered the name of this Pokemon. Yes, it's a Scolipede. Yeah, this Pokemon name is a Scolipede. Okay, where did I miss it? Yeah, Scolipede. Did I miss it, dude? Yeah, so basically, if you are a Frosty fan, which people almost do not exist. Okay, Frosty doesn't have fans. He only has haters. For some reason. He's a nice guy, though. I don't know why. No skills. If you have no skills in this cup, there is like 3 different teams you can use. Macargo Double Charm. If you don't have a Macargo, Alola Mola Double Charm. Well, Alola Mola is going to be spawning, so you can't say, oh, I don't have Alola Mola, because it's literally going to spawn in Love Cup. Or just Charm, Macargo, Chansey. You can do just double normal, Macargo, anything. You can literally choose 2 of these 9 Pokemons, spam them, and just tap your way to legend. And yeah, this is, thank you so much everyone for watching. This is the end of the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like. It helps the channel. And please consider subscribing if you're not, because 75 of the viewers are non-subs. And yeah, this is the end of the video. Good luck on you with Love Cup push, and see you in the next video. Peace.